Editing photos is a really powerful thing you can do. It can really represent the moment the way that you felt it. The problem with a lot of presets that you can buy, like the ones I've bought in the past, is you apply it, but it doesn't really work to every photo. It seems like it only works for certain kinds. And people say, well, that's just how they are. I say, screw that. So I made one that has this really great formula that works on pretty much every photo. You really actually don't even have to edit it even after you apply it. No, barely any tweaks unless you want to it. So I want to show you what my preset looks like and how I edit my photos. They pretty much just use this preset. I have this preset here and it's a Steely preset. So all I do is I just hover over. It's the same one and they're built differently to different luminosities. They're really these three. This one's just experimental. It's this one, and this one. So bright, cinematic, and dark. And if we look at this truck, I like just like plain. So before, after, and then I just dial it in to taste. I just go, and that's good. I'm good. I'll leave it just like that. It's pretty perfect to me. And then here's one, so I'll reset it. This looks good, that looks good. I like this, it feels bright, it's happy, but it is a little bit loud in the shadows, so I'll just turn it down a little. That's it. That's all I do. And if I want, I could just edit like the highlights down, like the sky. But yeah, it doesn't really need much. It's really straightforward. And then here's one that's a little more complicated that I've done. So I took this picture in Iceland and I say, okay, I like this bright. It really made that roof pop. But I do want to actually bring in the sky. So I get that sky in there, and instead of doing too much, maybe I'll bring down the darkness, and I just bring down the temperature just to make it a little colder, because that's it. So that's a selective edit that I usually don't do too much of. And, you know, before, after, and all I did was those two things. Now here's one. It looks like it doesn't seem like there's a lot of depth. I shot it on my iPhone. And, you know, I can add the preset and it still looks a little whatever, but now we can go darker and it pops. And then something like this, I'll go dark and I'll just raise those whites. So that goose really, you know, pops, right? And if I want, I could just raise it just a little. But those are minor tweaks. They're not even adjustments like what I usually have to do with presets. Now here's another one that the white balance is a little weird. So I'll fix the white balance and then I'll go in and be like, there, nice little uniform, you know, if I'd want to darken it a little to make it look whatever, it's volcano. And then with people, right, same deal. So if I go, you know, bright, it was a happy moment, but it still looks a little cool. I'll just brighten it up so the skin looks nice before, after. And these presets are so natural. I really built them to be as natural as I could possibly keep it, but having still a loud style and color coherency and color palette without really stealing too much. And it even works on natural things like greens and stuff. So here you can see it just pops and gets rid of that kind of haze. So I go to that. I mean, that's it. Shot it on my phone. It's perfect. Another one, just like a pottery thing. So I'll go like that. That's nice. And, you know, I can dial it in, but I like how moody that is. It feels good to me. And lastly, it even works just on like at night, like just all the colors. It seems to just pop everything. So here we go. Right before, after. And, you know, like if anything, I just want to darken those shadows a little. But it's like such a subtle thing that these presets, I've been using them on almost everything. My whole Instagram feed is pretty much it. And like, here's the dark one. That looks great. It's Pete's knife. It's awesome. And yeah, I don't really need to do much. That's how I edit my photos. I'm really, really light on the touch. And this preset works because it has 3 different values. So if the picture is dark, you find one that works for that. Or if it's too bright, it works for that. And same with, I kind of think of it as mood, like is it happy or is it like melancholy? And I just pick from these things, and there's slight differences so that they work at each luminosity value. So the bright one still works and the dark one's not too oversaturated. And then you can dial it in and tweak it, but it's almost never have to tweak it. I just click it and I'm good. And it's so efficient. They work so good. You just pick the one. And if you're interested in getting this preset, it's a link below. Until next time, cheers.